Brutal beatings caught on cell phone video. It's sadly become a regular occurrence. But this one, especially gut-wrenching.
Absolutely. A New Jersey mom violently assaulted in front of her 2-year-old son. She was kicked and punched while bystanders, they didn't jump in. They took out their cameras and filmed the thing, leaving only her 2-year-old son to defend her. And he tried.
And he tried. Cleve Bryan of CNN affiliate KYW has the story. And we have to warn you
We do
that
have to forewarn you here.
What you're about to watch absolutely is disturbing.
It was a brutal beating Salem police pulled from YouTube. This is the result. Catherine Ferreira suffered a broken nose and concussion, as well as extensive bruises and cuts to her face.
I could have been dead right now. Had she hit me in the right spot, it would have been over.
Ferreira says she used to work at McDonald's with the suspect, who police have identified as 25-year-old Latia Harris. She says the fight started over workplace gossip, which she admits she took part in, but never imagined it would go so far.
This is not good for anybody. You don't look good. I definitely don't look good. It doesn't look good.
In the video, a group of what appears to be teens or preteens stand by gawking, while Ferreira's 2-year-old son, Xavier, is the only one trying to intervene.
After that, I became so much closer to my son because it's like he didn't care what was going on. He wasn't afraid. He just wanted to defend his mom. So that's my world right there. Like, I love that boy so much.
Police will charge Harris with aggravated assault and making threats against the victim and her son.
You better get yourself fucking.
Ferreira studies biology at Salem Community College and hopes her injuries won't interfere.
I have a dream, and right now it's just a dream, but I have a dream to become a surgeon.
All right, let's talk about this. We have Dr. Erik Fisher with us. He's a licensed psychologist.
And before we tackle the assault itself, obviously, I think what is most shocking is that you see this 2-year-old kicking and crying and screaming to help her. And other people, they almost look like they were walking around her just to get a better view of what was going on. How does that happen?
Well, this is a topic we call bystander apathy. And it basically has been happening probably for as long as humans have been alive, where they see something happening and nobody acts. There's a diffusion of responsibility, and they often take their lead from other people. If one person may have acted, other people may have jumped in. But they were looking to other people. It's a surreal situation that you often can't believe that this is happening, that you're seeing it. You're also looking at your own sense of safety and what happens if I jump in and I'm the only one or I end up getting hurt. So there's a self-protective aspect, but I also think there's a socialization to it too. You look at this 2-year-old who's not socialized into our culture yet, and here he is doing the bravest thing of anybody in that whole group. He didn't even stop to think, if this person's getting hurt, I need to act, and that's what he did. And I salute the courage of him, and I hope that he continues to be socialized that way, you know, to stand up for something that's going wrong.
To defend.
You know, the chief of police there released this statement. I'm going to read a portion of it. There is a moral and social breakdown in the fabric of our society, which is clearly evident when a woman gets pummeled in broad daylight in front of her child while a dozen people pull out their phones to record the incident instead of calling for help. There's so little regard for human life by the actor and the bystanders. Is he right? I mean, is there this breakdown in society? We know that there are websites, entire television shows dedicated to video like this.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a continued breakdown in society. I think we're just adding cell phones to it. And cell phones allow us to let me take a look at this now and I'll show my friends, or I'll put it on YouTube, or I'll make a couple bucks from this and that. But in that way, I think it's such a quick reaction that I think people, like I said, are just getting a view of something that just looks surreal. When we add, though, the cell phone thing, it appears very impersonal and very cold. But like I said, the bystander apathy effect has been happening for as long as people. And we all need to prepare ourselves for what would we do in these situations. We need to do mental rehearsals of what I would do if something happened, because the more we prepare for something, the more likely we are to act, because we know what's in our own makeup of what we could do. So ask yourself a question. Really, if this happened, how would I react? And what would I do next? Call 911? Do I assist? Do I stay out of it? Do I get other people and ask other people to help? These are questions we really should ask ourselves so that this doesn't keep happening.
Okay, lastly, Wait, is this 2-year-old, do you think, going to remember this? I mean, that was the first thing I thought of was for this kid.
Even if he doesn't remember this, to me, it still stays in his unconscious. It's still part of his language of the world that he has seen and that he will speak. It's how his parents talk to him about it. In other words, do they help him to see that he was strong and brave and courageous and help him to do something with this? Or do they just say, well, let's just forget that and leave that behind? So he really needs to sort it out, needs to talk it through, and needs to have people around him who can help him effectively do that.
All right. Wow. Dr. Erik Fisher, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you breaking it down for us, and best of luck to that little boy and his mom.
Thank you. This morning.